Did you know, in 2025, thousands of Asian nationals are living as illegal immigrants in the United States? Many arrived legally, on tourist or student visas, but overstayed and never left. Others crossed through illegal routes just to reach the US, but which countries are leading the numbers? In this video, we reveal these 10 Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the US 2025. You'll be surprised by who made it to the list, so make sure to watch until the end. Number 10. Myanmar. Why is Myanmar one of the top Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the US in 2025? The answer lies in a decade of turmoil. Since the military coup in 2021, Myanmar has been gripped by violence, fear, and political collapse. Thousands of citizens fled the country, not to seek luxury, but to escape death. The United States became one of the few places where hope seemed possible. Many applied for asylum, but the long and uncertain immigration process left many of them stuck in legal limbo. Over the years, a growing number of Myanmar nationals became undocumented immigrants. Some initially entered the US with tourist or student visas, while others fled through humanitarian parole or asylum programs. But with backlogs, rejections, and expiring documents, many were left with no legal status. Out of fear of being deported back to a dangerous homeland, they chose to stay under the radar, working low-key jobs in restaurants, factories, or Asian stores just to survive. But here's the deeper question: are these people truly illegal, or simply survivors of a broken system and a broken country? When a nation collapses and safety disappears, is staying undocumented a crime, or a desperate form of survival? Number 9. South Korea. How did South Korea, a country with a strong economy and close ties with the US, end up on this list? The answer isn't as simple as it seems. While South Korea is modern and developed, some of its citizens still face pressure from unemployment, personal debt, or mental health struggles. Many head to the US searching for a new beginning, often entering with tourist or student visas. But some overstay those visas, quietly slipping into undocumented status in hopes of building a better life under the radar. Cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago are home to large Korean communities, and it's in these areas that many undocumented South Koreans live and work. They're often employed in Korean restaurants, grocery stores, beauty salons, or as caregivers. They don't cause trouble, they avoid the spotlight, but they also live without legal papers. For many, staying in the US illegally feels safer than returning to a life of struggle or shame back home. So now the deeper question is, are these people truly criminals, or are they just quietly trying to survive in a country where they see hope? Could this be proof that even in wealthy nations, some individuals still feel the need to escape and take the risk of living undocumented in America? Oh wait, before we continue, we'd love to hear from you. Do you agree with these issues? What's your opinion on this topic? Drop a comment below and tell us what you think. And don't forget to include where you're from, so we can see how far this video has reached. Number 8. Nepal. Why are more and more Nepali nationals becoming undocumented immigrants in the United States in 2025? For a small, landlocked country tucked between China and India, Nepal has long faced political instability, limited job opportunities, and economic hardship. In recent years, many Nepalis have looked to the US as a place of hope and renewal. They arrived legally, mostly on student or tourist visas, or as asylum seekers hoping to escape unrest. But for a large number of them, the American dream became complicated. As visa renewals stalled and asylum requests were denied, they found themselves slipping into undocumented status. Undocumented Nepali immigrants are quietly growing in number, especially in cities like Dallas, New York, and Houston, where small but tight-knit Nepali communities thrive. Many of them work in restaurants, cleaning services, gas stations, or small businesses, earning just enough to survive while staying out of sight. Despite their efforts to live peacefully, their undocumented status keeps them vulnerable. With limited legal protections, they avoid hospitals, fear police encounters, and live with constant anxiety about deportation. So here's the question: are these Nepalis simply breaking immigration rules, or are they escaping a life with no opportunity, no voice, and no future back home? When a system offers no clear path forward, is it fair to judge those who choose to live in the shadows just to survive? Number 7. Indonesia. Why are more and more Indonesian nationals becoming illegal immigrants in the United States in 2025? At first glance, Indonesia seems like a growing economy with a rich culture and improving opportunities. But for many Indonesians, especially from rural or underdeveloped areas, those opportunities still feel out of reach. Hoping for a better future, they travel to the US legally, usually on tourist visas. But when those visas expire, many choose not to return home. Instead, they quietly slip into the undocumented population, holding on to dreams they couldn't chase in their homeland. In major US cities like Los Angeles and New York, where Asian communities are large and active, many Indonesians live under the radar as undocumented immigrants. They often work in restaurants, groceries, or as cleaners, burning enough to survive, but always looking over their shoulders. They live in silence, careful not to draw attention, knowing one wrong move could mean deportation. For some families, being invisible in the US feels safer than being visible in a country where they had little chance at progress. So the real question is it truly a crime to overstay in a country if that's the only place you believe your family can thrive? Or is it a sign that for many Asians, the risk of breaking immigration laws is worth taking, just for a shot at a better life? Number 6. Bangladesh. Why is the number of illegal immigrants from Bangladesh increasing in the US, even though its population is smaller than India or China? One key reason is poverty and the lack of job opportunities in Bangladesh. While some Bangladeshis arrive legally with visas, others take a more dangerous route, crossing into the US through the southern border via Mexico. For them, the risk is worth the promise of a better life in America. In cities like New York, Detroit, and Los Angeles, undocumented Bangladeshis are often found working quietly in convenience stores, laundromats, or as food delivery drivers. They live modestly, earning just enough to survive while staying under the radar. The goal isn't luxury, it's survival, and the hope that someday, the American dream might still be within reach. But if there's nothing left for you back home, is it really wrong to risk everything just to give your family a shot at a better life? In the eyes of the law, they're violators, but in the eyes of many, they're simply people fighting to live. Number 5. Pakistan. Why does the number of illegal immigrants from Pakistan keep growing in the US, despite stricter border control? Many of them don't enter directly from Pakistan. They often come from Middle Eastern countries like the UAE or Qatar, where they previously worked. From there, they travel to the US using tourist visas or, in some cases, fake documents to bypass the system. In American cities like Houston, Chicago, and New York, undocumented Pakistanis are quietly blending into local communities. Many work in gas stations, trucking services, or food businesses. Despite their uncertain status, they continue to send money home to their families and hold on to the hope that one day, they'll have a legal path to stay. But if your only goal is to support a struggling family back home, is breaking immigration laws truly a crime, or just an act of survival? Between law and dreams, the line becomes harder to draw. If you're enjoying this video, Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about this topic. We're all ears. Number 4. Vietnam. Why do so many Vietnamese nationals remain in the US illegally, even years after arriving? For many, it starts with legal entry, through student, work, or tourist visas. But once they're in, some decide not to return home. The reason? Better job opportunities and stronger community support in America than what awaits them back in Vietnam. States like California and Texas have large Vietnamese communities that make it easier for undocumented immigrants to survive. Some rely on community networks to find jobs, housing, and even legal advice, helping them stay under the radar for years. They live quietly, often working in nail salons, small shops, or food services. But when a whole community embraces and protects you despite your status, does that mean you're still truly illegal, or just someone trying to belong in a new world? For many Vietnamese immigrants, the US isn't just a destination, it's a second chance they're not ready to give up. Number 3. Philippines. Why do so many Filipinos choose to stay in the US even after their visas expire? Most of them enter legally, through tourist visas, fiancé visas, or temporary work permits. But with limited job opportunities back home, many decide to overstay, fully aware of the risks they face. Undocumented Filipinos are commonly found in states like California, Nevada, and New York. Many work as caregivers, domestic helpers, or in the nursing and healthcare field. They live quietly but with dignity, pushing through hardship to give their families a better future. If you're given a chance to earn and support your loved ones back home, is staying illegally truly wrong, or just a sacrifice made out of love? For many Filipinos, being undocumented is not rebellion, but responsibility. Number 2. India. Why does the number of Indian overstayers in the US continue to grow, even though most entered legally? Many arrived as students, workers, or tourists. But due to long delays in immigration processing and massive backlogs, thousands became undocumented while waiting for legal status adjustments. You'll find many undocumented Indians in tech-heavy states like California, New Jersey, and Texas. They often work in IT, logistics, or small businesses, living quiet, hard-working lives while hoping their paperwork eventually gets approved. Despite being undocumented, many contribute meaningfully to the economy. When the system moves too slow and dreams move too fast, who's really at fault? The overstayer or the broken process? For many Indian immigrants, this is the harsh reality they face in 2025. Number 1. China. How did China become one of the leading sources of illegal immigrants in the US today? While many Chinese nationals initially arrive through legal means, such as tourist, student, or business visas, a growing number choose not to return home. Driven by political restrictions, economic pressures, or the pursuit of freedom and opportunity, they remain in the US long after their visas expire. Overstaying is one part of the picture, but the situation goes deeper. US border authorities have also reported a surge in Chinese nationals attempting to cross through the US-Mexico border, aided by underground smuggling operations. These journeys are often dangerous and expensive, with individuals paying thousands of dollars to traffickers just to reach American soil. Once inside, many find refuge within Chinese communities, blending in and taking jobs under the radar to survive. So with thousands risking their freedom and even their lives each year, we ask, what drives a person to take such extreme steps? Is it simply desperation, or is it the unbreakable will to transform their future, no matter the cost? For many undocumented Chinese immigrants in 2025, the answer is likely both. And those are the 10 Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the US this 2025. Each one has a story, driven by dreams, fear, or hope for a better life. But with their growing numbers, is America ready for what comes next? If you want more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and stay safe always.